The fastest growing grocery store chain in America just announced that it's opening 180 new stores this year. And the reason it's winning has nothing to do with quality. It's winning because quality itself has become a luxury. Hi there, Stephen here. I'm an active futures trader, and I've been watching consumer behavior compress like this in real time for over 2 decades. Now, if you get even 1% smarter with this video, consider subscribing. I make breakdowns like this every day. Now, Aldi is a prime example of missing what's in front of you, and this is one of the clearest signals I've ever seen. So here's the headline version. Aldi is on a roll. 50 years in the United States, third largest grocery chain store by count. And 1 in 3 American households actually walked through an Aldi last year. They're committing $9 billion to U.S. expansion through 2028, and they want 3,200 locations by the end of that year. It's a growth story, business success, right? Great execution. Now, that's the press release version. However, let's talk about why this is actually happening. You see, 17 million new customers walked into an Aldi store for the first time in 2025. 17 million. That's not people discovering a new brand that they love. That was people getting priced out of grocery stores that they used to go to and landing somewhere cheaper. You don't pick up 17 million new customers in 1 year because your marketing got better. You pick them up because alternatives stopped being affordable. See, Aldi's whole model is built on stripping everything out. Fewer than 2,000 SKUs on the shelf versus 30,000 at a traditional grocery store. Mostly private label. You bring your own bags. You put a quarter in the cart. Stores are small and designed to move you through real fast. None of that's new. See, they've operated this way for 50 years. What's actually changed, though, is who's walking in. Now, the CEO of Aldi US said it plainly. Consumers aren't looking for fancy stores anymore. Tens of thousands of items to choose from, that's not what people want right now. And she's right. But the reason they don't want it is not an aesthetic preference. It's just math. When your grocery bill is up 25% over the last 3 years and your paycheck isn't, you stop caring a lot about the ambiance. Now, watch what happens to the competition when this shift occurs. You see, Albertsons just gave a week full forecast. Their CEO said, and this is the part that never makes the top of the story, even higher income shoppers are becoming more conscious of price and value. Even higher income shoppers. That's the tell. When the pressure starts reaching up the income ladder, it means the bottom half is already in serious trouble. Now, Kroger's interim CEO went on an earnings call and talked about strengthening their competitive position and lowering prices. That's not confidence language. That's defensive language. That's a company watching their customer base bleed into the discount aisles. And here's where it gets sharp. And this is the part that connects it right now to something bigger. Aldi just announced that they're piloting a redesigned store format. More space for fresh produce, grab and grow meals, a more modern feel. They're testing it in Miami and Aventura right now. And here's the question that doesn't get asked. Why is a discount grocery store chain trying to look more like a premium one? Well, the answer is simple. It's because the customer base is changing. Aldi isn't just picking up broke shoppers anymore. They're picking up people who used to have more options. College-educated households, dual-income families, people who are not poor by any historical standard, but who are now feeling squeezed hard enough that a nicer-looking Aldi feels like the right call this week. And see, that's the migration. That's what 17 million new customers in 1 year actually represents. But here's the bigger picture. And in this K-shape, it's playing out in real time, even at the grocery store level. The top of that K is fine. Whole Foods is fine. The premium experience is doing well. The people spending $200 on a date night dinner are still doing it. That hasn't collapsed. It's the bottom of the K that's getting compressed into Aldi, into store brands, into fewer items, smaller carts, no frills, no bags, no pretense. And the squeeze is moving upward, catching people who never expected to be choosing between grocery stores based on price. Now, that's not a retail story. That's a purchasing power story. That's a story about what's actually happening to wages, inflation, household budgets. It's a pressure for the majority of Americans who don't sit at the top of the wealth distribution. So, Aldi opening 180 stores in 1 year, it's not a victory lap. It's actually a weather vane. So tell me below, where do you shop? Are the prices going up? They're going down. Oh, and here's another question for you. How does one airline that almost anyone can fly, no matter how broke you are, manage to go bankrupt and then ask the government to essentially buy it? The answer to that is in my video on Spirit Airlines. You'll find it next to my head right now. You should go watch it. And if you want to go deeper on what consumer compression looks like across the whole economy, not just grocery stores, but housing, travel, healthcare, tourism, that's exactly what we break down on my main channel. Also, if you want to learn how I teach others to capitalize on all this volatility and get ahead financially, you'll find a link to 1K a day down in the comments below. Both are pinned in the same comment. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Be sure to subscribe if you're 1% smarter.